Okay, so this next one is also a biggie for me, and it really was a game changer, especially coming from just my background. And I'm allowed to talk about it a lot more just because there's a lot of ongoing investigations that are being tied up, and so I'm able to speak more freely about my past and what's going on. But we have this men crave respect and appreciation. And I could just never, because I had never been respected or appreciated by men, I did not think that they deserved that of me. To be perfectly honest with you, and I didn't know that. That's what I was just, which would be like if you just got whipped and essayed your entire life as far back as you can go. Probably not. Like I went into I remember because I know I'm a pretty lady, but in my 20s, it was like payback. It was like I would look at the hottest guy or the richest man in the room and I'd be like, how do I break his heart? Right? And I'd go for it. I'd go for the jugular. 1000%. I was, hot, skinny, in real estate, making money, flying all over the country, doing the thing by myself, right? But I still wasn't handling my business. I still was living in mommy and daddy's house where I could have got my own place, whatever. Like I was still way too codependent, right? I mean, it was crazy what I put up with the men I did. Oh my gosh. Chet, you know who you are. I was paying for him. His mom was mad. I moved that man out of my house. I was like, go to the mountains. I'm going to get you a cabin. You can study for your 6th bar exam. I think it was 8 total. But you're not going to do it in my house. But it wasn't really my house. It was my parents, right? And so like I never had a sense of identity, like things of my own. I had all these trips and all these memories and experiences. And honestly, I was a little annoying, right? I was the youngest real estate agent in the county, with the top agency. And it was the #1 place to retire in, the country, right? This is right before the 2007 bubble. Right. So any turkey could fly in a hurricane. Right. But I was actually really good at what I did, so I was, top producer, like on Main Street and, like it went to my head because I used to just be the top bartender, right, at the biggest restaurant. And then all of a sudden, and I was corporate trainer, yada, yada, yada. But like I felt like I was in the big leagues. But again, I didn't take care of, I was still like, I had a credit card when I actually had cash in my bank account and, all of these things. So what looks like, on the outside isn't what's on the inside. And I was doing all these things to try and make myself feel better. Like for the first time, I actually had money and all I was doing, if I had just saved it and put it in a Roth IRA, oh my gosh, compound interest,